Welcome to the Daily Meditation Podcast. How are you doing? I hope you are well as you give yourself permission to slow down and connect to the best part of who you are. I'm Mary Meckley, and I'm honored to have you join us as we continue along with our mental clarity, mental simplicity series we're exploring this week, following the wisdom of the Grand Master of the Japanese tea ceremony, Soshitsu Sen the 15th. His book, Tea Life, Tea Mind, is a classic book, and you may enjoy following along with it as we go through this series. In today's episode, you will discover a meditation technique called a mudra. And this is a technique that will help you feel grounded. Mudras are ways you position your hands that stimulate a corresponding region of your brain. We have a lot of nerve endings in our hands and fingertips. And when you position your hands in a particular way, you activate a particular part of your brain. So the mudra for this week, I'll introduce you to that as we get started. It is the Prithvi Mudra. It's a simple mudra to do that I'll tell you how to do right now. With your palms upward, resting on your lap or on your knees, tap together your thumb with your middle finger. Do this with both your hands. You might have long fingernails, and so it might be hard to touch your thumb tip to your ring fingertip. Just do the best you can. And that's it. The other fingers are extended outward. And as you hold this mudra, let me share with you some of the qualities of this mudra. And this is from the book, one of my favorite books, called Mudras, Yoga in Your Hands by Gertrude Hershey. And here's what she has to say about the Prithvi Mudra. She says this mudra is one she does when she feels insecure and needs inner stability and self-assurance. She claims that it helps to stimulate the body temperature, the liver, and the stomach. It helps to connect you to your higher purpose. It's also beneficial for intensifying the sense of smell, and it's considered to be good for the nails, skin, hair, and bones. If you feel uncertain of your steps while walking, the Prithvi Mudra can restore your equilibrium and trust. So, this is a fun mudra to try to make your meditations extra dynamic. You can hold it for up to 15 minutes at a time, 3 times a day for best results. You could do this mudra pretty discreetly. So maybe you are at a meeting or some event or having a conversation with someone that's stressful. You could do this mudra to feel more confident and secure without them likely even noticing that you're doing a mudra. Meditation techniques are fantastic because you can take these techniques off your cushion or chair where you meditate and into your day-to-day life. And that's when you likely need these techniques. It's when the rubber hits the road and you need something to help you manage your stress. So, let me share with you now some wisdom from Soshitsu Sen. This will help you to feel grounded when you feel as though circumstances are beyond your control. It will help you to reclaim a sense of peace. He says on page 68, we should not busy ourselves trying to conquer and exploit nature. The feeling of accord between nature and human beings has long been a part of the Japanese relationship with nature. For example, while the oppression of summer heat seems difficult to overcome, this season is indispensable for the balance and harmony of nature, reflecting a desire to adapt to, rather than avoid or challenge, the heat in Japan. Many contrivances lessen the discomfort of this time. Summer confections and the sound of wind bells suggest the feeling of coolness. While houses have traditionally been built for coolness in summer, an important lesson for all of us then is to learn to live in accord with nature, meeting with a positive attitude even those aspects with which we feel discomfort. According to an exchange in a collection of Zen koan, which are questions or expressions that help us lessen our dependence on reason and to force us to gain sudden intuitive enlightenment. So this is the Zen koan. A question was asked: what can be done about the extremes of weather, the hot and cold? The answer: if you're so concerned about it, why don't you go somewhere where there are no variations in the temperature? With this answer, Soshitsu Sen comments, with spring come the flowers, with summer the cool breezes, with autumn the crystal clarity of the moon, and with winter the snow. This eternal procession is a wonderful thing, but how sad that so few of us can appreciate each season. In winter's cold, we long for summer, while in summer's heat, we wish for autumn breezes. In Zen, when you become one with the cold or heat, the extremes of hot and cold disappear. This realization of non-duality applies to all the dualisms that plague man: vanity and envy, happiness and sorrow, life and death, wealth and poverty, love and hatred. These can all be integrated. The life work of becoming one with the smallest daily task leads to the union of the mind with the seasons and with nature. Only then can we appreciate that whatever season we are now experiencing, it is the best. So as you settle yourself down and get ready to meditate today, now, consider the stresses and worries and woes you may be experiencing. And think about how you can look for the gifts or the insight and lessons in these experiences. Not seeing them as something intrusive in your life, but welcoming them as the best moment of your life, just as you welcome joy and happiness as some of the best moments of your life. If you'd like to be guided in full half-hour meditations, those are on the Sip and Om meditation app. You can try this app for 2 weeks, free access to over 1,800 guided half-hour meditations. You receive a journal and a slowdown guide with each week's theme. This helps you to go a little more deeply into the series. So that's where you can find more, the Sip and Om meditation app. We also offer herbal teas that you can subscribe to that are customized for each week's podcast or app series. So you can sip herbal teas that can benefit you in a similar way as do the meditation techniques. So settle yourself down, relaxing your mind and your body. Begin to notice your breath. Touch your thumb to your ring finger, extending your other fingers outward, doing this with both hands. Resting your hands palms upward on your lap. This is the Prithvi Mudra for insight and clarity to help you feel more supported. And consider the gifts and the pain, the self-doubt, the fear, the anxiety you may be experiencing right now. As always, you are so worth slowing down for.